Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. And this time we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Last Jedi First Order Stormtrooper figure. And this is from the Star Wars The Last Jedi toy line from Hasbro from 2017. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. Taking a look at the packaging, this is the standard packaging for the 3 3/4 inch figures. It's got the white background, it's got the red Star Wars logo, which I really like. I love the white, with the red on there. It says First Order Stormtrooper right here, and has a really nice picture of the Stormtrooper in the upper right hand corner. What's really nice about this line is every toy has its own picture. There's not one picture that defines this series like Darth Maul did for Episode 1, or they had Darth Vader in the background for Revenge of the Sith Episode 3. They each have their own picture, and they look really good. I mean, it looks fantastic. You got the Force Link logo here, which is the new gimmick where you need to buy a device that you're supposed to be able to strap onto your wrist and it talks. And then you can see the nice picture of the First Order Stormtrooper. As we go on to the back, we can see it's basically just one big ad for that Force Link device. It's got some, basic stuff down here in the StarWars.com. But as far as the back, pretty standard, generic. I really wish they would have had something advertising more of the toys in the line instead of an advertisement for something. But most importantly, let's get this guy opened up. So take a look at the First Order Stormtrooper from The Last Jedi. Pretty standard. I mean, there's not much really to say. I really can't tell visually if there's any differences between the First Order Stormtrooper from the Force Awakens, in all honesty. And I actually cannot find the original one. I have a couple of them. For some reason, I must have put them somewhere else. I do have one of the Armor Up ones from the Force Awakens, and they look very similar. It is a different mold. So, I mean, that's good. As far as this one, I just don't remember if it's a different mold or the other one, but I really don't see any actual noticeable differences other than, which I showed in the little zoom-ins before this part. The hand of the new one has like a white palm, and then this one doesn't do that. This one's just black, but that's really it as far as that I can see. Maybe if I find the other one, I'll do an actual comparison, but really nice looking figure. It's very clean looking. It's very shiny. It's got a nice shiny plastic to it. The Armor Up doesn't, and I don't really remember the original one, the standard 3 3/4 inch one. But overall, really nice. Articulation, pretty standard. It's got a ball joint. It's got on the head. It can move its arms forward and back, and then its legs can move. It doesn't have any kind of waist or anything. Now, the only thing I don't remember as well is I'll have to take a look back is I don't remember if the original 3 3/4 inch Stormtrooper actually came with a second weapon. This actually comes with two. It comes with his actual you know, his gun, his like rifle, and then his pistol. So you can actually see, you know, he comes with this rifle right here, and he comes with the pistol, and they both can fit inside his little holster. He has a little hole here that actually lets him clip that on there, which is really cool. So like I said, I don't remember if he actually had an additional weapon, but it's nice if they do that. I do feel that the pistol, even though the handle looks visually the same size, it doesn't seem to fit as good as this actual, you know, his regular rifle on there. But, you know, as far as the detail, I mean, it's a first order Stormtrooper. I mean, a lot of people collect these. They buy a ton of these. They do army building. It looks good. I cannot see any noticeable differences as far as paint or anything that would make this one be a must-have. But like I said, I'll have to probably compare them if I find them. In the back, same thing. Pretty streamlined, pretty straightforward. But let's take a closer look at every part. Here we have his head. Pretty straightforward. Looks really nice. He's got that little silver painted part right there, which is really cool. Nice detail. It might not show up on the camera because of how white he is, but he looks really good. I mean, it's a first order Stormtrooper. He looks good. I actually love this new look. I like that they did change that and they went for something a little different than the original Stormtroopers, and I think these look really cool. You know, definitely like something that the old ones would evolve into. Midsection, same thing, just looks good. Everything about it looks good. I mean, it's a Stormtrooper. It looks good. I like how they painted this black right here, which looks really cool. They definitely made this guy look good. Here we have that holster part I was talking about. And the pistol, in all honesty, doesn't seem to fit as tightly. It can pop right off, but there's that little slit. And then this rifle has a little slit on the side. They both do, where you can actually put this in. This is a much bigger piece on his regular blaster, and it fits better. The actual pistol is, the side piece is kind of smaller, and it doesn't seem to grip as good. You can definitely knock it out. But like I said, I love how the hands have that two-tone on them. I think that's nice. That's, you know, as far as the armor-up version of the Force Awakens, that's the most noticeable difference. And I think they did a good detail with the gun. They could have been cheap and just made it all white or all black, and they definitely did the two-tone thing. So they took the extra steps on this. Alright, he also has the Force Link feature, which is the new gimmick to this, which you actually buy a separate device. This is supposed to fit on your wrist. It basically sits on the top of your wrist, and this sits on the top of your palm, kind of like this, and you strap it on. I have had really bad luck with this. It does not seem to function very well as I just turn it on. Holding in the hand, even following the exact directions, it doesn't seem to be very reliable. Most of the reviewers I've seen have had trouble with this. I mean, the easiest way, in all honesty, is to actually just wipe, you know, kind of put it close to him.
Trooper reporting for duty. Trooper reporting for duty.
And you can push the button. Let me see if I can tap. Come on, let's see if I can get it to do it. Come on. It's very...
Surrender! Blast them! Surrender! We have targets in custody. Surrender!
It's supposed to have some kind of motion where you move it and it does stuff. It just doesn't seem to function good. Like I said,
Trooper reporting for duty.
it doesn't matter if you have it on your arm or not. I had somebody actually message me about that, and that's not the case at all. I mean, I've had children try this. I've had other adults. It just doesn't seem to function as advertised. So it's hard to get them to say everything's supposed to.
Trooper reporting for duty. We have targets in custody.
You're supposed to be able to move it with motion, like if you're holding it.
Sir, we're searching the area.
There it goes. Get to say something different. It just doesn't seem to function very well. I definitely would not buy this. I mean, if you feel like you need to buy this, don't do it. I mean, it's not worth it. This is $29, and you get a figure with it, but it's not worth it. The figures are good enough on their own. It just doesn't recognize it very well. And if it has the Force Link, they actually have a little logo of the Force Link. It's like a TIE Fighter almost cockpit on there. It's the new big gimmick. You know, I haven't had a vehicle yet in this series to see maybe if the vehicles have a bigger sensor and they function better, but as right now, the actual figures don't seem to work really well. It's not consistent. And lastly, for size comparison, here we have 3 of the Last Jedi toys. They're all 3 3/4 inch. We have the Kylo Ren on the left, the standard First Order Stormtrooper in the middle, and the 3 3/4 inch Black Series Stormtrooper Executioner on the right. So as far as size, I mean, as far as the Stormtroopers are concerned, they seem to be sized pretty good. Even with the last toy line, everything seems to be the same. Kylo Ren seems to be in scale. I mean, the scale looks really good. Everything looks really good on this guy. You know, in all honesty, I really like the First Order Executioner. I like the color contrast in his helmet and his shoulders. I think that's a really cool look. But the standard one is very good. You can't compare their articulation. This guy's got so much more articulation than the one in the middle. It's ridiculous. But, you know, the Kylo Ren is a really good figure. I love Kylo Ren. I love the mold, but everything so far in the 3 3/4 inch line has been good, really, except for the Force Link stuff. I really think that's a disappointment. But another great figure. Like I said, these are great for army building, and it's definitely worth it. It comes with the extra gun. I don't think the Force Awakens one came with that extra pistol. But once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.